Hello everyone, welcome to the race preview for the British Grand Prix, and it is so good to be going back to Silverstone for the first time since 2019, and things have changed since then. We've had a lot of new riders come in, and the pecking order will be slightly different from what we usually see in MotoGP because it is so close now, and to be honest, I can't really predict who's going to win this weekend, but I'll try my best to suggest the favourites, who to watch out for, and what to expect from this race weekend. So from last time out, we had the crazy win from Brad Binder at the Austrian Grand Prix, and I still can't quite process how he won that, but Brad has just taken the headlines for all the right reasons. The bravery, the courage to take on a wet track with slick tyres was just amazing. But will there be any changes for Silverstone? Now, as I've mentioned, MotoGP is the closest it's ever been. And I think that the nature of Silverstone, it leads to good racing, good, solid, close, fast, but competitive racing. We've seen many great races from here down the years. I think of 2013, 2016, 2017, and of course 2019 was probably the best of the lot. But who will be at the front? We look at the championship standings. Fabio Quartararo leads the championship from Pecco Bagnaia and Joan Mir. I would expect those names to be at the front. I think that Quartararo has shown from his rookie year, he was quite fast around here in terms of pace and practice and qualifying. But in the race in 2019, he crashed at the first corner and had the horrific incident with Andrea Dovizioso. Thankfully, both were okay, but we don't really know what Quartararo has got here in terms of race pace. And like I say, MotoGP has changed a lot since 2019 in terms of tyres, the competitiveness of all bikes across the grid. So I'll be interested to see how much the Yamaha kind of suffers in the faster areas of the track. They're not known for their horsepower, but for what they lack in horsepower, they have in corner speed. And of course, we have Jake Dixon and Crutchlow racing the British Grand Prix, so that's great to have two Brits on the grid. Cal stepping in for the now Aprilia bound 2022 Maverick Vinales. Vinales will not race the rest of the season, of course. And Dixon is stepping in for the injured Franco Morbidelli at the Petronas Yamaha team, so being Valentino Rossi's teammate in his last British Grand Prix, it's pretty cool for Jake. What's the expectation of both? I'm not really holding out too much for Jake. I think it's really just all about gaining experience on the bike and really just learning each session that he goes out in. And if he can finish the race, that's brilliant in terms of experience. Cal, on the other hand, Yamaha, I don't know if they're going to replace Cal again and bring someone else in, but he could be in for the rest of the season. So now he's on the factory bike. A points finish is needed in terms of the constructors because Quartararo is essentially outnumbered now to Ducati, and I think that Cal, if he can get inside the top 10, because I think that this will be the time he can really push at a track where he's got a lot of fans, a lot of support. I think Cal can get inside the top 10. So we'll just have to wait and see. We go to second place man Pecco Bagnaia and Ducati for that. I think that there is potential for them to really get a good result here. They were very strong in 2017. 2018, they were very strong in qualifying and practice, but we never got to see the race because it was cancelled. 2019, Dovi had the incident, so we don't really know what to expect, but I just know that Ducati, they will suit this circuit. Jorge Martin, Johan Zarco, Jack Miller, I think they'll go very well around here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of them that put it on pole. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Martin putting it on pole because he's just an absolute qualifying master, but we'll just have to wait and see. Suzuki, Joan Mir, would you believe it? This is his first time racing a MotoGP bike around this circuit. He was actually injured in 2019, so he actually hasn't raced around here as the world champion. He's only raced in the lower classes, but I would like to think that he would, take to it like a duck to water. I don't think it will be an issue. But will Suzuki have the pace to win? They won here in 2016 with Maverick Vinales. They won here 2019 with Alex Rins in that dramatic last corner overtake on Marc Marquez. Their bike likes this circuit. It's a really nice blend of mid to high speed corners. Then we've got the lower flowing tight sections of village. I think this will be the track for Suzuki to really push on. And I also think that Alex Rins is a dark horse this weekend. He's kind of went under the radar this season. He's had a really bad season in terms of where he would want to be in the championship. But he does have form around this circuit. He won here in Moto 3, obviously winning here in MotoGP. Suzuki will be dark horses and I expect them to be in the fight. Looking down the line, we have KTM. I don't know, because they were in a very different position in terms of 2019 to 2021 when they were last at Silverstone. I would expect they would be fast. Oliveira, Binder, I think they're just an amazing pair to have on their bikes, and I would like to think that they will challenge at the front. Marc Marquez, of course, he nearly won the race in Austria. If it didn't rain, he was at the front, he was leading. I think that this circuit will be a challenge to him physically, but I think he'll get on with the job, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Marquez at the front again. But he needs to sort out qualifying. That is his issue since he's came back. His highest qualifying has been 5th place. So if Marquez really wants to challenge, front row would be ideal for him, then to get the start and try and make a break for it. But who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. So that's really my thoughts on the race. If you're asking me for a prediction for the race, that's a tough one. I think that Joan Mir is due a win. I think Mir will win this one. I think Marquez second. And you know what? I think Johan Zarco will be third. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Crash MotoGP for more content. And I will see you on Sunday for the race review.